Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Pie Records, and I'm here with Adam from Ghostboard. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. It's a pleasure to have you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. It's good to be here.
So, I'm familiar with one song, but
Okay.
it is a great song. It just came out in May. Surf Riders on the Storm that you did. Tell me,
Yeah,
tell me about why you chose that, other than it's an obvious nod
yeah,
to surf.
it really is. I would say my favorite song all around would probably be "Riders on the Storm." I love the Doors, and that song to me, it's just something I never got sick of, and never get sick of. So anytime it's on the radio, I just turn it up and I have to listen to the whole thing. And then Surf Rider, we started playing that 2 years ago, and we only rehearsed it. We never played it live. And I thought, well, it just goes together. I just changed the key on Surf Rider, match it up with Surf Rider with Riders on the Storm, and to me, it just worked out.
Awesome. So, how long have you been a band now?
Our drummer Craig and I have been playing 3 years now,
Okay.
and we just got our bass player this year. And as a collective unit now, we've been together just a few months.
Awesome. So it's pretty exciting to have your first single out then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun. It's
How
pretty cool.
how's the response been?
You know what? It's really cool. It's I get a lot of cool messages, and people are saying, "Wow, this is really cool. It's really moody." And I said,
Yeah,
"Yeah, that's the whole point right there. It's got to be
yeah.
moody."
And I mean Robbie Krieger was definitely channeling surf music during
Totally.
during that song. Although I think he's was inspired by flamenco guitar, is that
It
correct?
was, yeah.
Yeah. Um but there's a lot more treble on that, not treble, reverb on that than other Doors songs. Why do you think for that particular song that the
I think it's just the mood of the song. It's so moody, and I think it just calls for reverb. A lot of their other stuff was just so bluesy, and this one was just so different.
yeah, totally.
I just love that song.
And it was kind of in a way like a goodbye for them,
Hmm.
wasn't it?
It was. It's the final track on the album on LA Woman, and just the way it fades away. You got the lightning crashes and the rain, and you hear it all, and it's the perfect goodbye.
Yeah,
Nothing else needs to be said.
totally.
That's it. Great album.
So tell me about the different members in your band. You're a trio.
We're a trio.
Tell me what kind of things they bring to the table.
Craig, our drummer, he is so sturdy and dependable that you're never going to go off tempo. And him and I, we share the love of a lot of the same music, so we can talk about music for hours, and we just love the same stuff. So he gets it. He gets me. And my whole thing is, you know, I kind of quit music a couple years ago when COVID hit, and I thought, I don't know if I want to do a band anymore. I don't know if I ever want to play live again, and I just had the itch to do it again. So he was the first person I called because I knew that we had this relationship that I didn't have with any other drummer really, and I knew that he was the one. And we put an ad out for a bass player. I think we've always had trouble with bass players over the past few years, and couldn't. It's always hard to find a good one. And the one that we did have a couple years ago can't play anymore. He had a stroke.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it's like that took care of everything. Everything was just kind of like hitting us down a couple years ago. So we found our new bass player. His name's Dennis, and he comes from California too, because I'm from California. And we just hit it off. We auditioned him, and we knew right away this guy's it. He was so excited about the songs. He was so excited about the music, and I thought, man, this is what it's supposed to be.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
So you have your single. How many original tunes do you have in your bag right now?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. I have I've written so many songs, and for this group, I've kind of taken some of my older songs and turned them into instrumentals, and or I've taken a lot of my older ones, and kind of double timed the tempo and turned them into something that would sound like it if I wanted to do the ones with vocals. So we kind of split up. Like the last show we did was, I think we did 3 covers, and the rest were all original. I try to do more original than anything.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. So are these from previous bands that you've been in?
for the most part, that there's well, actually, maybe not. The ones I've written specifically for this, um, I think from the last show we did, I think there were 5 that I've
Okay.
written specifically for this. I took one from years ago that I never played with a band and sped it up and turned it into an instrumental. And that just worked out great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So where are you located right now as a collective?
Nashville.
Nashville. Awesome. So that being a great scene for music, how how uh how are the fans reacting to your music when you play out?
This this was well, here's a story. This one was great. We always kind of had trouble with booking shows. A couple of years ago, everyone would say, "Oh, you sound too California. You sound you're not really what we're looking for. You know, we really want you to stick to. We really want people who are singer songwriters or country acts, country cover acts, or Christian rock. It's like the big thing here. Those 3 things. Anything out of that is like we don't want anything to do with you." But then I started doing this stuff and sending it out, and the response has been absolutely insane.
Wow.
And people are like, "Well, yeah, let's do this. Let's book a night. Let's book 2 nights. How many nights do you want to do?" I'm like, "No, this is no way. This is you're kidding, right?" Like, this is what I had to be doing all along. And the crowd response was absolutely insane at the last show. We had some guy on a phone in the middle of the audience calling someone saying, "You have to get down here. You've got to hear this." And I mean, people just stopping and listening. And this was at a festival. It was just crazy. And that's the response like I never thought we'd have.
It's
And it's just
amazing.
because I think it was fun.
And the fact that it comes from an organic place,
Yeah,
it's not like contrived, you know, something that comes naturally to you, and people are responding to it positively.
absolutely.
So tell me about what your plans are right now. Are you planning on recording some more, playing out
Yeah,
some more?
I'm recording constantly and trying to come up with new ideas. I'm making a record right now and do it all myself. So everything on the record you hear is me playing it and singing it. And then for the live shows, I bring the band in. It's
Okay.
just something I'm used to doing, something I like doing. Um, Other than that, I'm actually working on a cover of Wicked Game right now with Chris
Ah, yeah.
Isaac. I, I I've always loved the song. I love Chris Isaac, but there's something about that song and something about that guitar in particular that is just that's just me. It's that moodiness. It's that you just can feel heartbreak in it, and
it's
that's
kind of
where
like
I shine.
it's kind of like a cross between rockabilly and surf.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And I did rockabilly for years.
Well, what rockabilly bands did you play in?
Uh, Back in the late '90s, I had a group called the Pompadours. Um, what was another one we did. I think after a while, we just kind of went under my name because the guys just kind of rotated so much. and that was a thing that was like it's not a band anymore. It's just like a rotating cast of characters,
Right.
and so I just kind of went with that. But we got tons of shows with that group. We played all over the place.
Awesome. Awesome.
That was a fun time.
So when you say you're constantly recording, how many songs do you have recorded that you're ready to add to your set?
I have recorded right now. I have about 7 or 8.
Okay.
I'm gonna do at least 5 more for a record.
Okay. Do you have
And
plans on how you're going to put that out?
yeah, I'm gonna do it through iTunes and Amazon, or even
Okay.
stream it on Spotify and all that, and so I can make like a quarter of a penny on it.
Well, are you looking to make a CD or a vinyl?
I thought about it. I think I might. If I do, I'm gonna do a vinyl.
Okay.
If I do,
Like
then I'll
like
do.
an EP or something like that?
I'll probably do just a full thing.
Really? That's
Yeah,
awesome. That's
yeah.
awesome.
But I felt like if I wanted to do it, I'm gonna do it the right way and just do the whole thing. Might
Awesome.
as well put all songs on there. It's too hard to pick, 2, 3, or 4 songs, and that's too hard.
So what is your preferred means of recording?
I use Pro Tools.
Okay.
I been using it for years. I love it. It's easy. I know it, and everything else scares me. My brother keeps saying maybe you should check out Logic. Like, man, I already know this. I'm not going to try to learn something new. I'm afraid of it.
What is the structure like some people the song kind of writes itself, but when you're recording, do you record a piece and then learn a piece over it, or do you have like the general idea of the whole song?
I pretty much have the general idea of the whole song, and when I'm writing it, I use a looper when
Okay.
I'm writing it, and I'll do the background chords behind it, and I'll come up with a vocal line usually, and that's going to be the melody of the song. That's going to be your verse, and then I'm going to try to notch it up with the chorus. I like the song structure, and I know I love bands a lot of the current surf bands out there today, and then there's some out there that I feel like there's just no structure. And to me, that's the purpose of a song is you want structure. So I try to get the verse, chorus, and you can tell where it is and what it is. And then after that, I'll start recording, and then I'll start with the drums. I will probably do a scratch guitar track, and then I'll do a bass over it, and then I'll start bringing in the guitars, and then like I did a keyboard on Surf Riders. Um, and then if there's vocals, that's where I get in trouble because I'll start doing like Beach Boy harmonies and stuff like that, and you just don't know when to end.
Yeah, right.
I go crazy with it.
So are you currently playing shows in between the recordings?
Yeah, yeah, we've got one coming up at the end of next month, and then we've got 2 more the next month after that, and it's currently still booking.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. So lucky for you, it's the beginning of summer. You got a brand new single, and
it's the perfect time, right?
yeah, everything seems to be clicking for you.
Yeah, I would. I thought, okay, I'm going to get back into this, and it's going to be the same deal, and it really hasn't.
Awesome.
It's been really good.
That's great to hear. And I love the tune. I can't wait to hear new ones. Send them over when you get them. I'd love to hear them.
I'm excited to play that one live.
Yeah, that's excellent, man. I love
We
it.
haven't done it, so
So if there is there anything else you'd like to talk about that maybe I haven't mentioned?
um, let's see. Got that. You can check out all the other songs at adamdrason.com, stuff like that. I have all the Ghost Board stuff up there. I have an EP of my old band, funny enough, named Longboard. That used to be one of my older bands, and we actually, because I'm originally from Southern California, from Los Angeles, and we used to play all the time from like 2004 to about 2008, and we used to play down at the beach a lot. And that was just one of the best bands I was ever in. So it just, like, for now, I wanted to take the name Longboard, and we were going to use the Longboard name, but I thought, let's change it up. I really like all the paranormal stuff. I like stuff that's moody,
Yeah,
and let's go with this. So I did something like that, but I try to keep everything in the same vein, so
awesome.
it's not too hard to find.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Adam. I really enjoyed talking to you, and
Absolutely.
I was very happy to hear your great version of Surf Riders on the Storm.
Thank you so much.
Everybody, make sure to check out Ghost Board.
Thank you so much.